Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So, today's little vlog, something that has been on my mind that I wanted to talk about gym etiquette. I think just with my years of experience training at gyms and having gone into many different types of gyms, there's been like kind of a recurring theme of things that happen in gyms and just things to be aware of, right? So I thought I'd just make this video, because sometimes guys just are unaware, sometimes women are unaware, and there's some different things just to think about that may help you have a better experience at the gym, or things to think about to allow other people to have a better experience at the gym. So I've gone to so many gyms, and I go pretty much every day. I mean, most days, 5 days a week. And there's a common thing that I often see, which is personal space. So when you're lifting, try to give other people personal space. So rule number 1, do not touch someone. If you're not like best friends, even if you're best friends, like don't touch people. That's one thing I'm like super weird about, is if someone like touches me, especially when I'm in the middle of like an exercise, don't do that. Do not touch someone, because you don't know, it's just not a good thing. Personal space, boundaries, right? You can wait until they're done with their exercise to ask them a question, and you don't have to touch them. Even if they're listening to music, do not go over and like grab their arm. Just wait for them to like see you and, do a little wave. So first of all, that is one thing. And personal space, meaning being respectful of other people's space. I think it's like, how would you want other people to treat you at the gym? Like, would you want someone to be within like 2 inches of you doing bicep curls while you're trying to squat? Like, probably not. So just being mindful of that. Also, being mindful of other people in terms of what they may have experienced. So this can kind of be a little bit like, there are some stereotypes, right? Stereotypes of men creeping on women at the gym. Stereotypes of women wearing revealing clothing in order to get attention from men, right? Okay, most people are not on both extremes. Of course, there are creepy men at the gym. There's a lot of them over the years. There are women there trying to get attention. Most people, though, at the gym are not creepy. Most women at the gym are not there to get male attention. So, considering that, thinking about, okay, most females probably don't want to be hit on at the gym. Most males probably, if they're near you, aren't creeping on you. So it's kind of like one of those things where I have been there myself, where I've tended to like overreact to someone's like near me, because I'm like, are they creeping on me? Oh my gosh, and then you like get this fear. But I think a lot of times the fear stems from previous experiences, right? So for me, I've had some like really weird stalking experiences at the gym. And so I don't make eye contact with most people in terms of like people I don't know, because in the past, if I have, that maybe has opened the door for like a guy to try to hit on me or whatever it may be. Being polite but not super friendly, I think, is one thing. So you can be polite. You don't have to be a jerk to people. But sometimes you give off like the wrong impression to certain people. So you have to think about, like, if you see someone at the gym who maybe just has a stern look on their face, they're not necessarily a mean person. They just might have had a terrible experience at the gym and they don't really want to have a conversation or be hit on by different guys. By the same measure, or in kind of that same theme, most guys, though, aren't creepy at the gym. And those few, you guys, just don't ruin it for all the other men. Try to just be respectful. Don't be creepy. This is too, you might not be a creep, but don't stand right behind a girl and walk back and forth while she's doing stiff-legged deadlifts 20 times. Like, don't do that. Same thing though for women, kind of on the other end of it. If I wear certain clothes, I know I'm gonna get more people looking at me. It's just a fact of it, right? I'm not judging. I just personally know if I wear shorts, people are going to look at me more than if I wear pants. Or if I wear like just something more revealing, more people are going to be looking. It's not necessarily that they're creepy. They just notice you and they're like, oh, whoa. And they might just even be impressed by your physique. But you have to think about that too. Like sometimes I think about what gym I'm going to and I'm like, okay, the percentage of creepy incidences that I've had at that gym are higher than another gym. So I'm probably going to cover up a little bit more because you just don't want, it's like, it's a two-way street, right? Of course, you should not be subject to harassment just because what you wear. Not saying that at all. Trust me, I am 100% on board with women being able to do whatever they want. However, you also have to be mindful of like, if you're wearing something super revealing, then it might not be a good idea to wear that at a gym where it's more prevalent to have people who are like bothering you. Just something to think about. Personal responsibility. That's important. You can't just blame everyone else for issues. Of course, sometimes it is 100% that their problem, but also taking evaluation of like personal responsibility. Like, is there anything I could change to maybe make this situation better? That's another thing. Another aspect of gym etiquette is something that I've seen quite a bit with like people who maybe are professionals in terms of like trainers or coaches and individuals at the gym just respecting their time, because a lot of times they're at the gym training and it's a break from their work. So like for me personally, like my training time is such a nice break and I will be happy to answer questions, but I don't really want to get into a 20-minute conversation in the middle of the gym, right? So it's like, usually if you have a question, ask them, but ask for their contact info and say like, hey, can I shoot you an email and ask you a follow-up, whatever. Or if it's a quick question, that's totally fine. But just being respectful of people's time as well, because sometimes people are on lunch breaks as well and they come into the gym, they only have an hour. So just being respectful of that, I think, is another thing to think about. So this video was just like a few things that were just randomly on my mind, and I hope this is maybe insightful, a little helpful, and it's my opinion, of course, so if you disagree, you disagree. We're all allowed to have opinions, and that's what's amazing about, especially about America, right? Because we can have opinions and we can disagree, whatever it may be. But hopefully this was insightful and a little helpful for some of you. So next topic. Hit me with some ideas. This randomly came to my mind, so maybe I'll just do another random vlog. So hope you're having a wonderful Friday. I'll talk to you guys soon.